Malacanang has ordered the creation of an advisory council that will help address deficiencies in the maritime sector. The Armed Forces of the Philippines says there will be no holiday ceasefire this year after talks with communist rebel groups fell through. And Pag-asa says the country can expect one last weather disturbance to enter before the end of the year. Focused and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. President Bongbong Marcos has ordered the creation of an advisory council that will address concerns of Filipino seafarers. In a meeting with European maritime officials and stakeholders, President Marcos vowed to address the Philippines' deficiencies in complying with international trading standards. According to House Speaker Martin Romualdez, the European Maritime Safety Agency, or EMSA, gave the Philippine government 3 months to address certification issues among Filipino seafarers.
Failure is not an option. All the Europeans, they were all like smiling from ear to ear because, hi, finally, we hear something from the president and the government is all here.
And the camps of Reyna May Nasino and 2 other activists are pushing to have their bail bonds cut in half. In a 6-page motion, the group asked the Manila Regional Trial Court to reduce their bail bond to around 200,000 pesos each. Nasino and one of her co-accused are being asked to pay 420,000 pesos each for bail. However, they told the court that they cannot afford to pay this amount. The activists also insisted that they are not flight risks and that the evidence against them are weak. Nasino and the 2 others were arrested in Tondo, Manila back in November of 2019 after being charged with the illegal possession of firearms and explosives. The use of contraceptives in the Philippines has increased significantly since the passage of the Reproductive Health Law back in 2012. JC Cosico with the report.
It has been a decade since the passage of the Reproductive Health Law. And over the span of 10 years, the Health Department said the use of contraceptives has gone up almost 50%. Citing the 2022 National Demographic and Health Survey, Health Officer in Charge Maria Rosario Vergeres said pills remain the most common contraceptive method in the country. But Vergeres said there's also an increase in the use of longer-term methods like implants, intrauterine device or IUD, vasectomy, and bilateral tubal ligation.
Since na-enact ang 2012 na law, tumaas ng husto na yung contraceptive prevalence rate natin by as much as almost 50%. Na dati, nung 2012, it was just around 20+%. And that is a big accomplishment.
However, the COVID-19 pandemic affected the rollout of services, resulting in more maternal deaths and teenage pregnancies.
Binalik niya tayo dun sa challenge natin prior to the enactment of the law. Kasi napababa na natin lahat yan during the time that we were implementing.
Maternal deaths saw a 36% increase in 2020, with around 570 fatalities recorded. More than 157,000 cases of teenage pregnancies were also recorded in the same year, up from 2019. The DOH also saw a 45% drop in HIV testing from 2019 to 2020. With this, the Health Department admits that much more has to be done, especially with the implementation of RH programs and communities.
Hindi natin pababayaan ang mga lugar at ang mga kababayan natin na nandun sa mga areas na talagang hindi kaya ng local government to provide these commodities for them.
Vergeres says the government will allocate 1 billion pesos for family planning programs and initiatives. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
We're gonna pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Armed Forces of the Philippines says that there will be no holiday ceasefire this year with the CPP-NPA. AFP spokesperson Medel Aguilar said there has been no progress in their discussions with the rebel groups over a holiday truce. Aguilar did say, though, that they are open to suspending military operations against the CPP-NPA should Malacanang give the order. The AFP Western Command reports that only 24 out of almost 90 guerrilla groups in the country are still active.
Meron talaga sila rin po na kakayahan pa na mag-reorganize, may resurgence dito sa ating makapag-recruit, at yun po yung babantayan po natin dito po sa lalawigan ng Palawan. Pero sinasabi po natin na insurgency-free kasi wala na po silang kakayahan to disrupt the normal lives of our people.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Asian Development Bank has upgraded its growth forecast for the Philippines on the back of high consumer spending. The ADB now sees the Philippine economy expanding by 7.4% this year, higher than its previous estimate of 6.5%. The Education Department has directed all public schools to hold unannounced earthquake and fire drills twice a month. The DepEd has also instructed schools in Metro Manila, Rizal, Cavite, Laguna, and Bulacan to create a disaster plan in preparation for high-magnitude earthquakes. And Pagasa says that one more tropical cyclone could enter the country before the end of the year. For now, the State Weather Bureau expects generally fair weather to prevail over most parts of the country in the next few days. Revisit this year's biggest stories and top headlines on One News's year-end special, Arat 2023 na, narrated by veteran actor Ronaldo Valdez. Let's watch this.
Ako po si Ronaldo Valdez. Samahan niyo ko as we look back at this year's top stories.
Kung si Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. ay taimtim na nanunumpa.
DOH detects the first confirmed case of monkeypox.
Former Executive Secretary Victor Rodriguez exited the administration.
Na si Bong Navarro matapos ipaaresto ng
Kaya naman sa pamamaril ang veteranong broadcaster na si Percy Lapid.
Category 5 when it hit land, sending waves.
Susan Roses. She passed away on Friday.
The Philippine peso hit another all-time low against the US dollar.
The Pinay weightlifting champion bagged 3 golds for the snatch, clean and jerk.
No, Amores wanting to go after a fan.
And saka naman nagmamahal ang panggisang sibuyas.
Arat! 2023 na. Let's go!
For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.